What it do, y'all? Back at it again. Too Big to Goat. We're so close to Steel Ball Run, the anime coming out on Netflix March 19th, 2026. This anime is the most anticipated anime of the year. Sorry, Jujutsu Kaisen. Sorry, One Piece. This manga is the best manga of all time that I've read. Today we will rank all the JoJo parts and even rate them. We're gonna do only up to Steel Ball Run. I need to read JoJolian and JoJo Lands in the future, and I'll update the list. But let's get it started. First, we got the first part, the first season, Phantom Blood. To be honest, it's not as bad as people say. It's the origin story, the lineage, the beginning, the first Joestar, and they introduced one of the biggest haters of all time and one of the best antagonists of all time, Dio. Jonathan Joestar wasn't too shabby, but he's nothing special, and it's only 9 episodes, so it's not too crazy. Dio being the biggest hater was the funniest thing ever. There were some good moments, but it kind of dragged a little bit. Overall, it was a decent season, but it is the foundation to the story. It's the beginning of peak, but everything from here on out is a good watch. Overall, I would give the season a 7.5 out of 10. Pretty solid. Doesn't really stand out in anime. Next, we got Stardust Crusaders. I might get some hate for it, but I still think it's a really good season. The introduction of Stans was actually mind blowing. Like, I remember the prison cell scene. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I think Jotaro is one of the coldest protagonists in the series, and he's only a teenager at the time, I believe. He has one of the most broken stands and one of the best casts. The chemistry between the cast is really dope. You know, everyone got their own favorite. They got Avdol, Polnareff, Kakyoin, and an older Joseph Joestar. The only reason it's a little lower on my list is because it's way too long. I think in terms of episode length, it's probably the longest one. I think like at 48 or something. So it does get repetitive. Like, oh, here's a stand user, fight him. So it kind of drags, in my opinion. But you know, if you just want fight after fight after fight, this is a really good season, really good cast, really funny moments, and the fight between Jotaro and Dio, crazy, memorable, probably one of the most memorable moments in this series. Overall, I'd give this season an 8 out of 10. I think it would be higher if it was a little shorter. And I think it's a good foundation for at least the introduction of stands. But I think in terms of cohesion, it's really just fight after fight after fight. Future seasons have more story, more character development, and just have more aesthetic as well. I think in Stardust Crusaders, they're just big buff men, you know, with crazy designs. Actually, their fashion is actually not too bad. I just think he just be cooking, bro. Like, he gets better with time, bro. So yeah, I give Stardust Crusaders an 8 out of 10. Not too shabby. Pretty good. I think an 8 out of 10 is pretty good, but I think there's just better seasons out there. Next, I got Battle Tendency, which is the second part. It's right after Jonathan Joestar. This one I put a little bit higher over Stardust Crusaders because this one has a better, in my opinion, protagonist in Joseph. He's funny. He has character, personality. And I think in this season specifically, he's really funny. And I like the idea with the Pillarmen. All of Joseph's fights were like unique. And I like when he does the English phrases. It's very funny to me. Overall, I give this part an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's slightly better than Stardust Crusaders. But I do think the introduction to stands really makes the power system way better. Like, no offense to Hamon. No offense. But Joseph Joestar did carry this season, in my opinion. Next, we got Stone Ocean. I think this is a really, really underrated season. A lot of people don't like this season. Some people actually hate on it. But personally, I think Jolene has the most character growth, character development out of all the protagonists. I think she's the most determined and has the most emotional layers of all the protagonists. And I think her stand, Stone Free, is one of the most versatile stands. Jotaro has the best fit he's had in this series as well. I love the white. I think the prison setting is more unique and it created a lot of weird fighting scenarios. I do think some of the sections or some of the chapters were low key a miss, but once they introduce the cast, Pucci, the story starts to pick up. It starts gathering steam. So it did get better with time, but definitely a couple episodes in the beginning, I was like, what's going on? The last maybe 10 episodes or so really did pick up real good. On Netflix, they dropped it in 3 parts. I believe the third part, when they dropped it, was really good. That's some of the best writing that Araki has done. And Pucci did the most damage as an antagonist. He actually won in a sense, right? Carried out Dio's promise, his plan. And spoiler alert, he actually reset the universe. Made in Heaven is one of my favorite moments. And I think some of the fashion in this part is really nice, really colorful. I like Jolene's style. I like Pucci's style. Weather Report's style. I don't know. I just really like the aesthetic of this specific part. I just don't understand the hate. Is it because they won? The antagonist won? Is it because Jolene's a female? I don't know. But I think it's really good. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Amazing. Next, we're cracking the top 3. Cracking the top 3 is Diamond is Unbreakable. This is a lot of people's favorite part, but I think it's really, really, really good, but just not my personal favorite. I think Moria is a unique location. It's a small town. I think the color is the best in the series so far. We'll see what Steel Ball Run has to offer, but the color scheme and the different types of stands in this part is really good, very unique. I feel like this series kind of focuses on day-to-day life. It's more grounded. I feel like the friendships are more developed in a sense. I think it's the most relatable one. It's like small town and it's like a mystery. So there's a killer on the loose. What's going on? It's still bizarre, but more relatable. I feel like Josuke kind of reminds me of Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho in a way. A little delinquent, handsome dude, just trying to be a good guy in a sense. Just wants to fight all the time. But I don't know, that's just me. I think the antagonist is one of the weirdest, but in my opinion, the final fight, last 5 or 6 episodes, top of the line, writing, fighting, everything. Peak, bro, 10 out of 10 after each. Bro, it's like, it went dummy, bro. The cast is also good. And Koichi, Rohan, Okuyasu. I didn't really like the girl. I forgot her name, but the one with the crazy ass hair. I thought she was weird for liking a little kid. Just me though. I was hoping to see Josuke in future parts. I like his character design, his hair, his fit. Overall, I think this part is damn near perfect. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. I think this is the most complete story besides Stillborn Run, but we'll get to there. Most grounded arc. Has the best color. And I don't know, it just reminds me of television. The one thing that I didn't really like is that little fat shit. I think his name's Shigechi, the one who steals the money. And then he ends up dying to Kira. One of my favorite things about this part, bro. One of my favorite parts, bro, is that the name is Bites the Dust. The stand power, the bombs. But I don't know, that shit lit, bro. There it is. And my personal favorite part that's animated so far, Golden Wind. It includes an Italian mafia boss, Dio's son, and I believe the best cast of the series. I think this part is damn near perfect to me. The fashion alone is my favorite. I love Bucciarati. I love Mista. I love Narancha. I love Abacchio. Even Fugo got a little love in there. Shout out Fugo. He just want to live a normal life. I think the mafia crime aspect was really, really dope. The underground crime was cool. I watch a lot of crime stuff, a lot of mafia movies, a lot of gangster movies. So this is what I like personally. I feel like this season mixes the mafia movie themes with fashion, with stands. Who can complain about those mixes? Golden Experience and Sticky Fingers, one of my favorite stands all time, personally. JoJo is one of the weaker protagonist in the series, but I like that he's a son of Dio. I like that he's nice, and I like that he has really good chemistry with cast. I just like his design overall, the hair, the suit. The mission was really simple for him: become a gang star, reform the mafia from within, and then protect the innocents from drugs and crime. I think the ending fight with Diavolo was memorable. Not one of the best finales, but damn near good fight. But I think the most memorable part is the end post fight stuff that he was stuck in the loop forever, dying all the time. The stone stuff, the rock faith stuff, the Bucciarati scene. It's memorable. Damn near cried every time. The Diavolo fight was very intense, and he was basically unbeatable until Jono transformed his stand or upgraded his stand to go ahead and experience Requiem. This arc had many emotional aspects to it. Abacchio's backstory, Bruno Bucciarati's dying the way he did with the clouds. I damn near cried, bro. But so far, this is my personal favorite animated JoJo part. In my opinion, it's damn near perfect 9.8 out of 10. I think I bring it down a little bit because Jono's not the best, or he's not one of the best protagonists, but I think he's not too shabby. Oh, I just love this season, bro. I hope you feel the same, but can't tell me nothing. I'm a ride or die for this season, for real. And my number one, I want to say manga in a sense, or part, is Steel Ball Run, my favorite. I've read the manga, and I think it's the best manga I've read. I've only read 5 mangas. I'm trying to get more into it, but I think it's a 10 out of 10 manga. 10 out of 10 perfect manga. I think this is the best written part easily. It has the best Joe bro. No glaze, he's the best Joe bro. Gyro's the Pelly, bro. I don't know. The grills, the balls, paws. I don't know. I think it's just hype, bro. I think the art style was pretty dope, and the story was just so amazing, well written. And this guy's like Picasso with the pen, bro. For real. He like Mozart with the pen, bro. He Mike Tyson. He Jordan. Game 6. He Stephen Curry from 3. Nah, I'm just playing, but nah, dude, Gyro. Araki cooked with this shit, bro. For real. It had stands as a power system, but it also introduced spin, golden ratio. I don't want to spoil too much because people are anime only. I'll just give you some hints, but I'm not going to spoil nothing too crazy. But the world buildup is insane. Complex ideas that Araki presents you. It kept me hooked through all the parts, all the chapters. Even though the story is very slow burn, I was hooked. The final battle was dope. I won't give that much detail. The race aspect is really weird to me, but it worked. I was doubting people calling this classic, but it changed my mind after reading. And I'm very hyped for this anime. I hope they do it justice. We'll see. I give this manga slash maybe, hopefully, they do it justice. 10 out of 10 anime. But so far, just manga 10 out of 10. But hopefully, anime 10 out of 10. And that's my rankings slash and ratings of each JoJo part. I really love this series. It's in my top 3. Personally, it might be top 1, but you know, my top 3 always changes. JoJo's is my ride or die anime with Naruto. I think those two, I'll die on a hill fighting for those 2 animes, bro. So I hope you agree or disagree with these rankings and ratings. Let me know in the comments below how you feel. Are you hyped for Steel Ball Run? Let me know. Thanks for watching. If you like JoJo's, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.